Coach, you have 2 guaranteed opportunities left to show everyone what this team is capable of. What's the number one non-negotiable you want to show up on Saturday on tape in Ann Arbor?
You know, want to see great effort, want to see physicality, want to see us playing together. All 3 phases are going to have to show up. You know, we've talked about it with this group. You know, where we're at record-wise, maybe not exactly where we wanted to be at this point during the season, but this is a special group of young men, a special group of seniors, and the reality is we have an opportunity to earn, you know, an extension on the season and getting into the postseason, and that's something that I know this group is really excited about.
Physicality and effort are going to be key from the offensive line, which has been moved around a bit, thinned out with some injuries. They're going to be facing one of the best defensive lines, 10th best rushing defense in the country in the Wolverines. How did they win the line of scrimmage on Saturday?
Yeah, you know, I mean, we talked about it early in the week on in our Monday meeting. Credit to Michigan. I mean, they're a line of scrimmage-based program on both sides of the football. That defensive line group, their edges, very talented, very well coached, very disruptive. It's going to be a great challenge for both our offensive line and defensive line. You know, the things that we need to see out of that offensive line group are a lot of things that, you know, honestly we've seen over the course of the last couple of weeks. You know, specifically this past weekend, I think you got a group that's battling, that's straining for leverage. You know, when a negative play happens, they're rebounding just onto the next play. And, you know, there was a lot of things that came out of last weekend that should give us a lot of confidence in, you know, the way that we're improving, especially with some of those young guys playing for us up front.
Where is that resiliency on the offensive line started?
You know, I think it starts with, you know, leadership out of guys like Caleb Tiernan. You know, I think it shows up from some of the guys in the room that, you know, aren't even playing for us right now, that aren't available. But a guy like Nick Herzog, I mean, is all in. And, I mean, I observed during practice, he's coaching guys up and continuing to pour into his teammates even when he's not available to play. You know, Coach O'Boyle, I mean, you want to talk about a guy that, you know, understands what it looks like to persevere and push through things. I mean, he embodies that every day. And, you know, that group knows that needs to continue to improve, but they're battling. And to see, you know, I'll refer back to Caleb Tiernan. I mean, to see some of the things that we've seen out of him, not only last week, but over the course of the season, and his maturation and progress and leadership qualities is something that we need to continue to build off of.
You're headed into the Big House this weekend, seats over 107,000. It's their senior day. They're also fighting to be bowl eligible. How have you prepared the team to enter that environment throughout practice this week?
You know, at the end of the day, you know, it's crowd noise during practice. It's an understanding that, you know, once we get to that first kick, we got to turn all noise, all interference, all distraction out and focus on the task at hand, while also appreciating this is an opportunity to go up against a great program, a great football team, very talented. We'll certainly be very motivated with bowl eligibility on the line and senior day. And, you know, what an incredible opportunity for us to go on the road. It's just us and find a way to come home with a win.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Lauren.